Welcome back, YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to go over some price action for Dogecoin, where the shorts are now, the pools of liquidity, and I'm also going to discuss why it's easy for Dogecoin to see a 2000% return from its current levels right now. And of course, I'm going to back all of that up with facts. So let's look at the pools of liquidity here. This is courtesy of Bookmap. If you are not familiar with this program, pretty much the red balls are sell orders, the green balls are buy orders. Those lines, the changing colors of lines is technically called a heat map, and they're indicating buy and sell orders. Beneath the equilibrium line, as those are going to be buy orders. If they get a breakdown, those orders are going to execute. Above it is going to be sell orders, which are the orders that are trying to push it down. Typically, when a healthy market, you're going to see lines relatively close on both sides, which is Dogecoin right here. It is literally like a war zone right now between buy and sell orders. So this is why we have like this little stagnation in price. But typically, you'll see lines on both sides, which will kind of bounce the price around. Dogecoin here is building up support around like the 9496 range. Dogecoin is building up support here in the low 9 range. As you can see, we did get some breakdowns. Those buy orders executed, and we got to bump up immediately into the sell orders, and we got the price back down. So Dogecoin is pretty much trending sideways at the moment, which is good. Sideways and up are always relatively good. And this is certainly a uncertain market right now, at least on the short term. So the fact that Dogecoin is holding its own relative to the amount of shorts that are still in Dogecoin, and since they haven't increased their positions, Dogecoin is doing what I would expect it to do since the community is not actually selling. But that's something we're going to touch on later in the video. Right now, price action for Dogecoin, buy, sell orders, everything is moving pretty fluid because those short positions, they are still in Dogecoin, but they're not creating any negative pressure downward against it. So this is giving us the opportunity here to see somewhat of a natural price reaction from Dogecoin. Obviously, those shorts have not moved their positions out of it. So technically, we're still seeing some manipulation and downward pressure because technically those sell orders are going to have to be returned, which will create those purchase orders to kind of turn the Dogecoin back in, or at least the paper behind it back in. And this will allow Dogecoin to move more fluid. But in the meantime, we still have that downward pressure here, but they aren't increasing the pressure. So we're not seeing the dramatic push down or this really strong pools of liquidity here to try and break through those buy orders that are currently pushing back against the sell orders right now. We do see that the buy orders have been really intensifying, and technically we've been getting pushed up. We've tested it around 3 times here for Dogecoin's price action to actually get pushed out. So people are really comfortable purchasing at this roughly in this 9-cent range here. You'll see we got pushed up here, we got rejected. They increased the sell orders here. We pushed up again, and we got a small rejection, pushed up again, decent rejection here. And then we had a big buy order come in, and now we just got a strong rejection here to push back down. But those buy orders are still coming in, so we're doing relatively well. This indicates, and this is why I'm going to switch to another chart here. This indicates that A, the community is not selling, and B, they are still aggressively buying the coin, and they're comfortable with this position here. This is why I say that the reason that they can't exit the short position right now is because Dogecoin would rally. Let's take a look at the other chart. Okay, so if you're looking at the chart here, this is the Dogecoin short chart, and you will see that, yes, this is the 5th day in a row that Dogecoin shorts are above the 200-day moving average. They are not necessarily, today was a slight increase, but for the most part, they're trending sideways in this position. Why? Again, because they cannot afford to exit this position. This is something that I was telling you, that you can only short or push down a price of an asset for so long, especially when it has a large community, before you're going to have direct confrontation with that community. And it looks like anything below 10%, that confrontation in Dogecoin gets magnified greatly. So if they exit the position, the coin is going to rally. So they would need, if they plan on, which I do believe that they plan on vacuuming out Bitcoin a bit more to around like the $20,000 range, they're going to have to only maintain their current short prices or increase their current short prices to break those levels of support. So in the meantime, they have to kind of keep Dogecoin, or try and keep Dogecoin within range, so that it doesn't set off that beacon here that, hey, Dogecoin is blocking the system. Why is Dogecoin so far in the red? Why Dogecoin appears to be hedging? What's going on with that? And again, you cannot have a green asset in a sea of red because people are going to pile into it, and that's going to be counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. So they're going to keep that fake sell pressure. So they're going to keep that fake selling pressure on Dogecoin in order to kind of keep Dogecoin within range for now. Here's where things get really interesting. I've touched on this topic a few times, stating that, obviously Dogecoin is the most held crypto. Dogecoin is being artificially suppressed. They can't afford to exit the position here. Evidence is on the charts based off of the pools of liquidity and the fact that they are not simply trying to increase shorts or decrease shorts. They're simply just staying in the position to keep that downward pressure. This is indicating that Dogecoin's community is really comfortable with these positions, and at the very least, they're holding, not necessarily dumping the coin, but they need Dogecoin to trend downward with the market. So what does this mean? Can Dogecoin see these tremendous gains here, or should Dogecoin already be a lot more to the positive side than its current prices? And I think the answer to both of those questions is yes. Dogecoin would have consolidated with the market, but it would not have consolidated to this degree. And the shorts is evidence of that. I made a post today on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, stating that even if you just look at this chart here, I have the dates circled. Those are typically Elon announcements, or the Tesla merge, Twitter announcements, and stuff like that. And the shorts go absolutely crazy, 200-300% easily just on a tweet from Elon, to make sure that the price and the momentum is not out of control on Dogecoin. This is not for profit. That's not profit behavior. That doesn't make sense on how shorts work. When we look at Dogecoin in totality and we say, hey, what's the amount of coins that actually exist? And I did the breakdown. We are roughly around 135 billion coins. And I took the notion of something like a Twitter, and I would say, hey, what would happen if Twitter, let's say 50 million users have 100 Dogecoin in their wallets? Well, the answer is technically, with that type of strain on the supply, there's no more Dogecoin left. There isn't as much Dogecoin as people, or as the internet would like you to believe. They'll say, oh, 135 billion Dogecoin, 10,000 Dogecoin per minute. For something to be used as a currency and for something to be used on a large scale, 135 billion of it is not enough, especially at 8 cents and these prices that they are trying to suppress Dogecoin to. Dogecoin would get literally snatched up with any type of major liquidity, and it would be more rare than gold to even find it. $2,700 right now, $2,700 from roughly everyone in the community. That's about 34,000 Dogecoin. If everyone said, hey, I want to own 34,000 Dogecoin, there's no more Dogecoin to buy. That 10,000 per minute based off of these shorts and with normal buying pressure would be absolutely nothing to make Dogecoin one of the most rarest cryptos on the market right now. People like to say, oh, well, there's a lot of Dogecoin, but you're forgetting about the price point of Dogecoin. $2,700 in Bitcoin from its holders is not going to snatch up the available coin at the same rate of something like a Dogecoin. So for something like a Dogecoin with these types of numbers, it's actually easy for it to appreciate and to see these types of gains. Mainly the reason for Dogecoin hitting these numbers is going to be when we take control of the coin. I'm going to say this in every video, but we need to remove our coins from the exchanges. Once we have control of our coins and they're on our private keys, they're not going to be able to lend these types of Dogecoin out unless they're going into the market themselves and buying them, which is what they should do. I believe that's only fair. Don't use the community as a hedge or to generate money when you're already making money on the buy and sell orders to try and generate extra revenue. If you want to lend coins out, by all means, go get your own coins and lend them out. But once we do this, we're going to see Dogecoin be able to appreciate to its actual equilibrium of value. We're going to see it trend downward and upward in cycles in a more natural pace. As of right now, Dogecoin has had the help of shorts aggressively for every downturn in the market. We have not seen a natural reaction to Dogecoin for any catalyst or any negative news since roughly May of last year. We have not seen any natural price movement from Dogecoin. We typically see if Dogecoin gets a positive movement or a positive catalyst, shorts are right there at several 100% to try and kill that momentum. So this is why I say that Dogecoin is not consolidated to where it should be. The Dogecoin would have consolidated, but not as aggressively as it did. Dogecoin would be consolidated right now, but not at the price point that it is. I hope that makes sense. The prices that we're seeing Dogecoin at right now will be greatly missed in the future. The actions that we're seeing in the market here to curb Dogecoin's interest or to push the price of Dogecoin down, This is fear at its finest in the market. Dogecoin going over $1 is not going to be a difficult thing at all for the catalyst and the expansion of the community that we're expecting. As the community grows and as utility grows, the institutions, these brokerages that have roughly 82% of their coins, they're only going to lend out as much as the short sellers want. And this is the reason that we have to remove them so that we're able to see the true momentum and the true depth of the Dogecoin community. Because as long as they have control, they're going to make as much money as they can. They do not care about the price action, the community, or whatever. They do not care about any of that. They only have one objective, which is to make money. And they're going to do so however they legally can, because obviously legality and ethics are two different things. Buying pressure on Dogecoin, again, $2,700 can eliminate the Dogecoin just from the amount of wallet holders. The pressure that the expansion on Dogecoin or something like a major catalyst will put, the buying pressure that it will put on Dogecoin will send Dogecoin absolutely parabolic compared to its current price levels right now. They know that, which is one of the reasons why they prematurely short Dogecoin to kind of curb that momentum. They want to give you the illusion that the community has sold off, that the coin is dead, that it's just trending with the market. Coins that are being held in great degree, that are present in 65% of all wallets, that yes, they do sell off, but they do not have these types of breakdowns. It doesn't make sense mathematically. Dogecoin is in great shape, and please remove your coins from the wallets into a cold storage. I have my recommendation in the description section. And if you're ever thinking about how you can support the channel, you can do so for absolutely free by sharing this video and making sure you are subscribed to the channel. That is an absolutely free way to make sure that you are supporting the channel, especially if you appreciate the information. And always remember that we have not seen the best of Dogecoin. Check out BlockFi as well. I have a link in the description. You can get up to $250 in some of your favorite crypto, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.